Tonight on Sara's Eyes on the Skies.
There we go. We had a fairly wet day today. Temperatures right now sit about 58 degrees. Winds still out of the south around 13 miles an hour, and dew points sitting around 55. By tomorrow, we could see another shift in temperatures. Summer could be back, but once again, as soon as Thursday hits, we'll have cooler conditions and then a rainy weekend ahead. I'll have more on that on my forecast coming up later in the show.
Plus, Sara has your national forecast. All that and much more as this Tuesday, October 2nd edition of Sara's Eyes on the Skies starts right now.
Live from Studio 171 in Ames, Iowa, the Iowa State Meteorology Department team of meteorologists brings you the latest weather from around the country and out your front door. Iowa State's longest running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Sara's Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Sara's Eyes. I'm now joined by Garrett. So, interesting weather-wise day today.
Oh yeah, certainly. Still kind of feels like fall, a little drizzly out today, but then by tomorrow, it's all going to be gone. It's going to feel like back in August already. We could see if there's forecast for highs up around 80 degrees. I mean, not really looking forward to that at all. I'd rather it just stay fall so I can just not have to switch back to shorts and have to worry about sweating while I'm walking to class.
Yeah, overcast skies today too. Like I haven't seen the sun in a couple days. I'm wondering if it's still there.
Tomorrow, you should be able to see it.
All right.
Starting to be peeking
Good,
through.
I'll be looking forward to
clear
it.
out tonight. But like I said earlier, we should have a bit of a return of summer conditions anyway, and then shortly after there should be a cold front that'll be passing through, bringing temperatures right back down once more. I'll have more on that later in the show.
And now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this date in 2003, unseasonably cold weather spread across Iowa, with most of the state recording a hard freeze during the morning hours. The temperature at Mason City plummeted all the way to 16 degrees Fahrenheit, which was the lowest temperature recorded in Iowa so early in the fall in 29 years. Other reported low temperatures included 17 degrees at Cresco and Independence, 18 degrees at Fayette, and 19 degrees at Charles City, Decorah, Independence, and Waterloo. And now, here's Sara with a look at what's going on around the country. Sara?
Thanks, Benji, and we have tons of watches and warnings around the nation that will be coming up in the next couple of days, and I'll have more about that next.
Welcome back. Now here's Invisible Sara with a look at what's happening around the nation.
Thanks, Benji, but I can assure you that this color is not the same as this color, so it must be some technical difficulties that we're currently having. But I still have your national forecast ahead. Today, we're seeing some warm temperatures in most of the country. The high is sitting at 83 degrees in Kansas City. As we move up to the north, that's where we see those colder temperatures up in the Maine and Canadian area, but still warmer temperatures down in the eastern Midwest. Down to the southwest, seeing those summer temperatures. Still, the high is sitting in New Orleans at 89 degrees, but for the most part, they're seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Down in the southwest, that's when you start to see that divide as well. We have 88 down in El Paso, but 69 up in Salt Lake City and 59 in Elko. So quite the temperature gradient there as well. Up in the northwest, we have another similar situation where warmer temperatures out to the east at 80 degrees in Rapid City, but much, much cooler out in Seattle at 59 degrees. And up in Montana, they actually are going to start to see some snow over the next 24 hours, which shows that we're really shifting seasons here. Some watches and warnings that surround the country. The biggest one that we're focusing on here is out in Pennsylvania. They're looking at a severe thunderstorm watch out in the pink here and a warning out in the yellow. And if we look in our satellite radar here, you can see that some of those severe storms are still sitting out to the northeast. Heavy rain up in Maine and lots of scattered showers out along the west in Montana, the Denver area, and out in California and Nevada as well. If we take a closer look at where this watch and warning is out in Pennsylvania, we can start to see those storms develop and move out onto the coast. By tonight, it should be pretty clear skies, A couple clouds in the skies, but again, nothing too major with the heavy storms there. Our futurecast is really changing over the next couple of days. We have a warm front sitting across portions of the Midwest, which is bringing some of that heavy rainfall and scattered showers to the south. But that cold front, what Garrett mentioned, is going to move across the state of Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and the Midwest and bring another round of rain and those cooler temperatures by later in the week. Severe weather outlook, we do have our moderate, slight, and marginal risk sitting in Iowa and the Wisconsin area. And out in Vegas, they are still seeing that marginal risk as well. So possible severe storms over the next couple of days for many different parts of the country. Now, Garrett's going to touch more upon this in a little bit, but if you look closer into Iowa, that's when we start to see that slight risk, and Ames is just sitting in that slight risk with Des Moines sitting in the marginal risk. Now, we do have a hurricane on the west coast off of Mexico. Sergio isn't supposed to make landfall in any way, but it's sitting at a Category 3 right now and will shift out into the mid-Pacific at a Category 2. Now, our game day forecast is at Oklahoma State University, which is in Stillwater, Oklahoma. They're looking at some heavy rain as of right now. It's still significantly far in advance, so we're not 100% sure of how much rain we're going to see, but it's 70 degrees at your tailgate, 77 at the kickoff, so warm temperatures, but heavy rain. And our travel city forecast is Stillwater, Oklahoma. As you can see, the Saturday, that's when we're seeing a 70% chance of rain there, 40% chance on Sunday, so quite the wet weekend. But then it'll warm up and see sunny skies by Tuesday at 70 degrees.
Thanks, Sarah. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. On average, when is the first 32-degree Fahrenheit reading in Des Moines? Is it A, September 30th, B, October 3rd, C, October 7th, or D, October 11th? We'll have your answer coming right up. Now, let's have a look at the week ahead with Garrett.
Try to switch to Garrett here. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing 32 degrees for the time being anyway. Currently, we do have temperatures sitting into the upper 50s right now. We'll be seeing those warmer temperatures start to creep up further and further north as we move closer and closer to Wednesday. We'll have more on that right after the break. Alrighty, welcome back. I'm meteorologist Garrett Hyde, and as we take a look across the state of Iowa, we're sitting fairly comfortable, right around 58 degrees here in Ames, up north by Mason City, right around 53, Council Bluffs, 68, and down here we're about 66 degrees, and over in Atumwa, there we go. Temperatures across most of the Midwest as well. We see down south, as Sara alluded to, right around 83 degrees up north, a little bit cooler. And as we move closer and closer to tomorrow, these temperatures are going to start to shift their way up as a warm front will likely be passing over the state of Iowa here. Taking a look at satellite radar right now, we did have a couple of isolated showers pulled through earlier this morning, and it started to clear out as well. A lot of high-level clouds and a couple scattered showers over by the Fort Dodge area throughout the later portions of the afternoon as well. For tomorrow, though, as we move futurecast later into evening, and tomorrow we see that warm front start to push its way forward by Wednesday morning. That's going to allow those warmer temperatures to really heat up for portions of Iowa. And these clouds are really going to start to thin out just a little bit, allowing more and more of that sunshine that Benji wanted to see start to peek on through, allowing the temperatures to heat up a lot more. Then by Wednesday night, we do have this cold front that are going to start to push through the northern ports of Iowa, and it's going to allow these thunderstorms to start to develop all the way across the state of Iowa and down south. And this cold front is really what's going to be ending that little warm streak we have for Wednesday is moving into Thursday, and it's definitely going to have a potential chance for some severe thunderstorms, mainly for Wednesday night, moving into Thursday as that cold front starts to push through and allow those thunderstorms to really start to fire off and cool off those temperatures. For tonight, though, we're going to see some areas of patchy fog, lows right around 56 degrees, winds still out of the southeast. And by tomorrow, we could see some showers and thunderstorms later in the day, as severe as the Storm Prediction Center alluded to. We'll be peaking up around a real steamy 83 degrees. But shortly after that, we're looking to cool off as well. Highs across the state of Iowa as well, 83 in Ames, as I mentioned. Des Moines sitting around 85 degrees, Atumwa 86, and over in Burlington, right around 88 degrees. So they're going to be really close to breaking that 90-degree mark. Hopefully, they can stay a little bit cooler than that. For the extended forecast, they do have another chance of showers and thunderstorms late on Wednesday and into Thursday morning as well. Friday, we do have another round of showers and thunderstorms likely. Friday, Saturday, again, rain again is likely. That seems to be the general trend for the weekend. But temperatures are going to be cooling down fairly significantly as we pass past Wednesday.
Thanks, Garrett. Now let's take another look at tonight's trivia question. On average, when is the first 32-degree Fahrenheit reading in Des Moines? Is it A, September 30th, B, October 3rd, C, October 7th, or D, October 11th? What are you thinking, Sarah?
Wow, those are all coming up quite quickly here.
I mean, October 3rd's tomorrow. And,
Right.
September 30th was a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely not October 3rd because.
Yeah, but it's on average.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna say the 7th. C. What do
I
you
don't know.
think?
I would think it'd be a little bit later in October because we usually have. I mean, I've experienced some pretty big snowfall events at home when I was a kid, closer to Halloween. So I might go with October 11th since it's a little bit later in the month. Primarily just because it is, I don't know, a little bit closer. That's usually where we see the cooler temperatures anyway.
And our answer is D, October 11th. Garrett, you are correct with this answer.
Yay!
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit later in Des Moines. I was looking at it earlier, and yeah, throughout Iowa, it's usually a little bit earlier, but Des Moines, it's a little bit later with that city feel.
The city
Des
bump,
Moines.
as they usually like to talk about in terms of temperatures. City bump. It's an actual thing. You can actually, cities typically run to be a little bit warmer than usually other places around more rural.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Very common thing. But unfortunately, I think the whole state of Iowa will be getting, feeling that city bump as temperatures are going to really close to 90 degrees in portions of the state, unfortunately, and looking forward to getting back cooler again. But
Yeah,
It's like
everyone's going to be
shorts
back wearing shorts
I know.
on campus.
Which is fine, but like, I have all my fall stuff out, so now I gotta like pull back the summer stuff. I'm like, ugh.
Right. It's gonna
Yeah.
be warm in the morning and then throughout the day though, so at least you know what to wear. Where in this fall weather,
Yeah.
you're like
It's like you come
cold,
with a
Cold
hot,
pants and
cold again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can find every show on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you on Thursday.
We're done.